Welcome back to day 2 of volume. Today we are going to give you volume and you are going to work backwards and calculate the length of one of the missing sides. Let's scroll down to review volume. So last time we said that volume is the amount of space an object can hold. In this shape right here, we have a length of 5, a width of 6, and a height of 7. So what we did was multiplied 5 times 6 times 7 and solved for volume. Today though, we are going to pretend we don't know one of the sides. So let's cover up the height. So we got to cover up the height though, because we already know that answer, and we're going to place that over here. Now remember, we're going to use our order of operations. So first we need to combine like terms. That's right, we can multiply 5 times 6. Let's do that. 5 times 6 gives us 30, and bring down the h with it, we have 30h. And then we're going to bring down the equal sign and the 210. Now I'm going to work PEMDAS backwards. Remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Do we have any addition and subtraction? Nope. But we do have multiplication. I see multiplication, so we're going to do the opposite of multiply, which is divide. So we're going to divide both sides by 30 to get h alone. On our right side, 30 divided by 30 cancels. And on our left side, my calculator, I take the top number 210 and divide it by 30, and I get 70 equals h. My height is 70, and that's how we work by calculating for height when we're given the volume. As we flip over to the back side, we are going to review a couple vocabulary words. Today we're going to focus on the inverse of multiplication, which is division. Inverse. That's really crucial when we calculate volume, because we're going to have to move some numbers to the other side to get either the h alone or the w alone or the l alone. When we're given the volume of 144, a height of 3, and a width of 4, what is its length? The first thing I'm going to do is rewrite my formula for volume, length times width times height, and then I'm going to fill it in with the information that I know. Let's label the shape on what we know. We know it's got a height of 3. We know that it's got a width of 4, but we don't know the length, so we're going to call that the variable L. Whoops, you're right, 3 was height, 4 was width. Good catch. And we still don't know the length, but we do know that the volume is 144, so let's label it here. Volume equals L times 3 times, oh, you got me again, 4 times 3 times height. We do know the V here, so let's replace that with the number 144. And multiply 4 times 3, and I bring the L along down too. 4 times 3 is 12 with an L behind it. Next I need to drop by 144 in my equal sign. And now I'm going to do the inverse like I talked about up there. And I need to bring the 12 to the other side to get L alone. When I divide 12 on this side, the 12's cancel and L is alone. When I bring the 12 to this side, I need to take 144, goes into my calculator first, 12 goes in second. Some of you might know that off the top of your head. 144 divided by 12 is 12. So our length is 12. Nice job. So we can cross that out and put a length of 12. So let's try a word problem. First we're going to work this forwards and solve for volume. Then we're going to work it backwards and solve for a missing length. Volume word problem. So Malia's favorite game, players stack blocks to create buildings. Malia builds a fort. The length of the fort is 3, the width is 7, and the height is 9 meters. When we're given a word problem, it helps to draw a picture. So I said length of 3, width of 7, and height of 9. Now it helps me kind of visualize. And then I need to remember what my volume formula is. Volume equals multiply times height again. So when I take 3 times 7 times 9, I grab my calculator, 189 meters. And since I'm calculating volume, that's meters cubed for the length, width, and height. Now let's do this backwards by getting rid of one of the dimensions. So as you see, I got rid of the height. And hopefully when we solve this, we'll find that the height was 9 like it was before. But let's see. We take 3 times 7, which is 21. We bring down the h, so it's 21 times h. And do you remember what the volume was before? That's right. It was 189. So 21h, we need to get the h alone. So we're going to divide both sides by 21 because division is the opposite of multiplication. Divide this side by 21, put it into my calculator. And yes, my answer is h equals 9. And I believe before we were studying meters, so it's 9 meters. Not meters cubed because we're not talking volume. We're only talking height. I'm going to circle this with a heart to set our work apart.